Hi all. Today we will be dealing with the excretory system and nervous system of Ascidia through this presentation. Excretory system in Ascidians, actually in Ascidians, a very defined excretory system or excretory organs are completely absent. Okay, and there is no definite excretory organ as such. We can see in the Ascidians, they have what we call as a storage excretion. In the sense, the excretory products are collected from various cells and tissues, and then it is stored in certain cells, certain spaces, like or vesicles, and that is how it is being removed from the cell system. And the responsible cells for excretion, they are called as nephrocytes. And these nephrocytes, um, they actually wander about in the bloodstream, and from the cytoplasm of cells and tissues, they accumulate xanthin and uric acid or urate. Okay, so it is actually the excretory products in acidia, there it is ammonia. Okay, so protein breakdown product, it is actually ammonia. And they are at 95% of the nitrogenous waste, it is excreted in the form of ammonia. And since ammonia is water soluble, it is released into the water, which it does about. But the purine breakdown products, it is found to be xanthin and something compounds, or what we call as the uric acid. Okay, so even though they are mainly monotelic, as the protein metabolic product is ammonia, the purine metabolic product, it is uricotelic or xanthotelic, and hence the cells develop xanthin and uric acid. And these excretory products are being collected by nephrocytes, and then it is deposited in renal vesicles or the special excretory vesicles. Okay, and that is how it is getting these waste products disposed of from the cells, and hence this kind of an excretion is known as a storage excretion. Okay, other than nephrocytes, it is this subneural gland. There is yet another gland. Subneural gland is also regarded as an excretory organ, as it contains a large number of phagocytes. Okay, actually, it releases a large number of phagocytes. Subneural gland. Okay, why it has got the name subneural gland? Because this gland is situated below the nerve ganglion. Okay, when we see the detail of nervous system, we'll see where the position is. Okay, so subneural gland is located below the nerve ganglion, and hence it gets the name subneural gland. Okay, and this gland consists of dark granulated cells, and this contains xanthin and urate particles. And that is why it is believed that subneural gland has an important role in excretion. Okay, so this subneural gland, structurally it is having a ciliated swollen funnel when it is opening into the pharynx. Yeah, subneural gland opens into the pharynx, and where it is opening, it do have a ciliated funnel-like structure. Okay, and terminally, this duct of the subneural gland, it modifies into a spirally coiled edge, right? And that part is known as a dorsal tubercle. And what is the function actually? Neural gland, it is almost similar to a renal gland or excretory function, right? While dorsal tubercle, it do have a sensory function. It is believed to have a olfactory and gustatory function. What is olfactory? Olfactory, smell. Okay, that is takes gustatory, the taste. Okay, so it do have olfactory and gustatory functions, and both these sensory structures, it takes up stimulus through the chemicals. So I hope it is clear. So there are two structures which are responsible for excretion in case of acidia. One is nephrocytes, and these are found in the bloodstream, and from the cells and tissues they accumulate what we call xanthin and uric acid, and even the major what you call part of the almost 90% of the excretory waste is in the form of ammonia. Okay, so basically Ascidia is a monotyl, but there are certain chemicals which are produced, or waste products which are produced, excretory products which are produced as a result of the metabolism of purine compounds. Okay, and these xanthin and uric acid, it is deposited in special excretory vesicles which are referred as renal vesicles, and so it is disposed of from the cells, and this method is referred as a storage excretion, right? Another gland present ventral to the nerve ganglion, it is a subneural gland, and this gland is also responsible for the what you call excretion. Now the nervous system. As we have already seen with regard to the general characteristic features of Urochordata, that larva is well developed as against the adult with respect to the nervous system, motor code, etc. So here nervous system, it is well developed in larva, but when it gets transformed into when it metamorphoses into adult, the nervous system degenerates, right? And why is it so? Because of the what you call sedentary life, because of the sedentary life of the adult. Now, in larva, the nervous system is represented by a typical dorsal tubular nerve cord. But in adult, the nerve cord gets reduced during metamorphosis to form a solid ganglionic mass, which is referred as the neural ganglia. Okay, so it is tubular in nature in the case of larva, but when it comes to adult, it becomes solid. Okay, and nerve cord is getting reduced to a small ganglionic mass, and it is referred as the nerve ganglia. Uh, the this degeneracy of the nervous system of adult Ascidians, it is usually associated with a sedentary mode of life. And the neural ganglion, as we already saw, it is solid as against the hollow tubular nerve cord of seen in larva. Okay. Now, where is the nerve ganglion found? The neural ganglion is found in the mantle, that is in the body wall, and situated between the oral and the atrial aperture. Okay, it is found in the body wall situated between the oral and the atrial aperture, that is towards the dorsal side. Okay, now the neural ganglion, it gives off certain nerves. Okay, and that forms the peripheral nervous system. And the peripheral nervous system, it consists of the nerves which arise from the neural ganglion, both anteriorly and posteriorly, and this innervates the other structures, right? uh, uh, this is the typical what we call the nervous system in the case of adult Ascidia, right? Now, regarding the sense organs, again, sense organs are also better developed in the larval stage. They do have very typical optic and static organs. But in adults, these kinds of specialized sense organs are totally um, absent. Uh, the whole body surface is sensitive due to the presence of group of sensory cells. So these sensory cells are found all over the body, and hence the whole body wall, it is actually body surface actually is sensitive. Okay, you can see apart from these sensory cells, they do have ocelli or the pigment cells, and these are present at the tip of the siphon. I hope you remember the what you call the branchial siphon and the atrial siphon. Plus, there are branchial tentacles, and they seem to show tactile function. Tactile function in the sense they are sensitive to touch. Okay, so these are the three structures which can be grouped under sensory organs in adult Ascidia. One is those sensory cells found on the body surface. Second, ocelli which are present at the tip of the two siphons. And third, the branchial tentacle which is responsible for the tactile function. So this figure depicts both the nervous system and the excretory system together. Here you can see the nerve ganglion, of the neural ganglion. This neural ganglion, this is solid ganglionic mass situated in the body wall of the mantle. The mantle is marked over there. And similarly, it was already said that the neural ganglion gives off anteriorly as well as posteriorly the nerves, and that comprises the anterior and the posterior nerves, which arises from the neural ganglion. It forms the peripheral nervous system, right? On the ventral side of the neural ganglion, you can see the subneural gland. The subneural gland is responsible for the excretion, right? The subneural gland, you can see just before it opens into the pharynx, it has a swollen, funnel-shaped, ciliated region, right? And then, as it enters terminally, this duct is modified, whose edges are spirally coiled to form a hemispherical body. You can see the dorsal tubercle, isn't it? That is a hemispherical body which is formed by the spiral coiling of the terminal portion of the subneural gland. Actually, the duct of the subneural gland. Okay, so this is the structure. So that was the nervous system and the excretory system of Ascidia. And in the coming presentation, we will be learning about the reproductive system, the unique feature of Ascidia, that is a retrogressive metamorphosis of the larval Ascidia to how it gets transformed into the adult one. Okay, yeah. Thank you.